Animation has really become a main staple of media in recent years, and I think what really stands out about it is the different mediums of it and how it appeals to people of all ages. But one medium of animation that is the most recognizable is the animation that's not specifically for the kiddos, usually in the 13 and up section, and I think the company that brings the most of this is Fox. They brought us so many iconic adult comedy shows such as Sim Guy and The Family Sons. Oh yeah, and Bob's Burgers. I like that one. But they also have many other miscellaneous shows in this category under their belt that just never got the same recognition as others. But out of all these shows, there's one that I found that sticks out above the rest. A show by the name of Released in 2020, Duncanville is a show created by Mike and Julie Thacker Scully, as well as Amy Poehler, and it was part of Fox's animation domination lineup. The usual lineup of shows consisted of the legacy shows, the ones that have been going on for a decade or more, but Duncanville was the newest show in the lineup at the time. It was a show that was different from the others that were on the air as well. You may be asking yourself, what is it even about? Well, Duncanville revolves around, Duncan. Duncan, played by Amy Poehler, is a 15-year-old naive hormonal teenage boy who lives in the town of Oakdale, Massachusetts. His family consists of his proud and fun mom, also voiced by Amy, his hard rock obsessed trying his best dad, voiced by Ty Burrell, his awkward, spoiled, antsy, and sassy 12-year-old sister Kimberly, played by Riki Lindholm, and his pure-hearted 5-year-old adopted sister Jing, played by Joy Osmanski. Most episodes will revolve around many different struggles he and his family face. This can go from parenting problems, high school problems, and etc. What I think was most interesting thing that I'm finding about how this show is that unlike some shows where the comedy is really hit or miss and sometimes still, this show has comedy moments that very much made me laugh out loud a few times and even some very relatable moments. What I think intrigued me most about Duncanville is the unique vibe of the show. There are definitely many mature shows that take place in the school environment and follows child characters, but they usually end up becoming cheesy and non-interesting. But I never found that problem with the show because many of the high school moments don't overstay their welcome and can be genuinely fun moments. Also, another thing I love is how the show can respect itself, like how I previously mentioned how Duncan has an adopted sister named Jing who is presented as Asian in a white family. But the show never calls it out, like if it was many other adult animated shows today, they would most definitely make multiple stereotypical comments and jokes about it. But the show never does that. They treat her like any member of the family, and that is something that, even though seems small, is very respectable in my opinion. Duncanville premiered on February 16th of 2020 and received many good reviews by critics and fans alike. So much so that on April 6, 2020, Fox renewed the series for a second season, already off to a great start. Or so we thought. Season 2 premiered on Fox the following year on the 23rd of May 2021, but sadly, the viewership, for some reason, started to decline. In April 6, 2021, Fox renewed Duncanville for a third season, but the following year, on June 30, 2022, would confirm that the series had been canceled and would pull the remaining episodes off schedule, making the final 6 air on Hulu and having all unaired episodes burnt off in October of that same year.
Duncanville, coming this February to Fox's animation domination.
Now, there are actual reasons why Duncanville got canceled, the main reason being why most shows get canceled: viewership. Duncanville was the least watched of Fox's animated series in the 2021 to 2022 season. In part due to its late spring and summer slot on the network's schedule, it averaged only about 650,000 viewers within a week of delayed viewing. I find this sadly upsetting because it's pretty much true. I had absolutely no knowledge on this show's existence when it was airing and only found out about it because I was scrolling through Hulu recently. There was quite literally nothing that informed me of this show's existence, and that sucks. I would have enjoyed this a lot when it came out. I really think if it had better marketing and actually aired at appropriate times, it would have done way better than it did. It also very much sucks because there was clearly a ton of heart and love that was put into the show by the actors and creators of it. Another thing that people seem to criticize is the family dynamic felt generic, which I didn't really see what they meant by that because I enjoyed the family and thought the dynamic between each of the characters was well done. But then again, that's just my input and not everyone's gonna think that way about it. Well, I feel there's only one thing for us to ask about.
Why would a book club need a designated driver?
When I think about you, I touch myself. Whoa, I touch myself. Touch myself.
So what's in store for the series now? Well, many people would think that this would just be another show under Fox's corporate belt. And sadly, they'd be correct. Is what I would say if it wasn't for... If you didn't know, Hulu has recently started renewing different shows that were canceled on Fox, those being Solar Opposites and just last year with Futurama. This alone gives me hope that Duncanville will return if Hulu can renew it. But they won't just do it randomly, probably. To make this happen, they'd have to hear fan outcry from the series to come back. I recommend you guys go check it out for yourselves on Hulu and I guess technically Disney Plus now as well. And if you do enjoy it and want more, maybe, I don't know, make a post on Twitter with the hashtag Save Duncanville while also adding Hulu and asking them to renew it. Or something like that. In conclusion, I genuinely enjoyed the show, and I think many people will too. And I don't want it to see it end up being forgotten like many other animated shows. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to make a video on how the show deserves more love. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.